Namaste. Om Sadashivasamārambhāṃ Shankaracharyamedhyamāṃ Asmadacharyaparyantāṃ Vande Guru Paramparaṃ Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. So the 20th part, interestingly, talks about the relationship between Apa and Agni. And as a precursor to the creation stories that will start from the next part, it describes a particular type of yagna that is performed by setting up Agni in water. So, fire on water. And it describes how to do that, and it says this is how it's done in other worlds, in Devalokas and so on. And also there is a mention of the sun, Surya, containing inside him the very essence of all matter. So, the rasa of all rasas it talks about, we will see that. Ime vai loka apsu pratishthitāh tadeshabhyanukta. So, ime lokaha, these worlds are of course why set up in apsu, in water. So, there is no real solid basis. These worlds are not resting on anything solid, they are actually on apa, some kind of a water or fluid matter. And that is, there is a reference to a mantra, and it says it is very well explained there. It is explained anukta. Apagam rasamudayagam san surye shukragam samabhrutam apagam rasasya yo rasaha tam vai grunham yuptamamiti tam vo grunham yuttamamiti. So, as the udayam san, as the apam rasaha, apam rasam udayam san, as the essence of matter or essence of water was rising, Surya Shukram Samabhrutam, there is some bright substance, Shukra, which is set up, which is developed inside Surya. So, we now know from science what the sun is made up of. It is referring to this Shukra, some kind of a bright fluid substance that developed inside the sun as the very essence of matter was rising. And this apam rasasya yo rasaha, the essence of all essences, rasasya rasaha, that vaha, for you, in order to offer to you, tam aham grunhami uttamam. So, I am going to take that very essence of all essences of matter, and I am going to offer that to you in this yagna. Now, some people have interpreted this as Somarasa and so on. There is no reference to Somarasa here. So, it is better to understand it as the very essence of Apa or essence of matter instead of bringing in Somarasa, which is not mentioned anywhere here. Ime vai loka apagam rasaha te mushminnaditye samabhrutaha. So, these worlds, ime lokaha, apagam rasaha, they are just the essence of matter. All these worlds are made up of the same thing, and they are all samabhrutaha in aditya, they are all established in Surya. So, essentially saying Surya, the sun had the essence of all essences, and all these worlds are established using the same thing. Now is the description of the special yagna. Janudagnimuttaravedin khatva apam purayitva gulfadagnam pushkaraparnaih pushkaradandaih pushkaraischa saggastirya tasmin vihayase agnim praniyopasamadhaya. So, Uttaravedi, to the north side of the Yagashala, we are supposed to dig a pit, and which the depth should be janu, so it will be the knee depth. You have to dig a pit, and in that fill it up with water, apam purayitva gulfadagnam, so ankle height, right, up to that you fill up water, and on that we are supposed to float lotus leaves, lotus stems, and lotus flowers, and some sterya. Arrange them neatly. Tasmin vihayase agnim praniyopasamadhaya. In that arrangement, we have to bring and set up Agni. We have to invoke Agni with prayers on that bed of water and lotus. So, just for illustration, I asked AI to generate an image, and AI was created this beautiful image where there is a pit. It has assumed a round shape. We don't know what shape that should be. But there is water, and there are lotus leaves and lotus flowers, and the Agni is directly on the water. And that is indeed the point being made here, as we will see in the following mantras. The relationship between Agni and Apa is what is being illustrated. Brahmavadino vadanti kasmat praniteyamagnischiyate sa praniteyamapsuhyayanchiyate. So, Brahmavadinaha, those who have Brahmagnana, who understand Brahma, they say this. Kasmat, right? Apraniteyam agnischiyate. So, normally we set up a yagna kunda, or with sand below, and then we put darba grass and all of that. Without any of that, how come Agni is worshipped without the bed of that astarana of darba grass? And it says, because Agni is worshipped in water, apsu Agnihi ayam chiyate. So, because it is being set up in water, that is not there. Asau bhuvanepyana hitagniretah tamabhita eta abhishtaka upadadhati. This same Agni, it says, is also worshipped in Bhuvanaloka, where it is anahita. So, it is surrounded by the abhishtaka, water jaladevatas, so all around it. So, this is what the Brahmagnanis are saying. So, this is how it is performed in Bhuvanaloka and other worlds, where it is Agni is surrounded by water or jaladevatas, and it is fine to perform this yagna on this Agni. Agnihotre darshapurna masayoh pashubandhe chaturmasyeshu atho ahuho sarveshu yagnakratushviti. So, when all should such a yagna be performed? It says it should be done during Agnihotra, Darshapurnamasa, Pashubandha, Chaturmasya, all these different types of yagnas. As a part of that, Sarveshu Yagnakratushu iti. So, it should actually be performed in every yagna karya of those kinds. Etadhasmava ahushandilaha kamagnincinute satriyamagninchinvanaha samvatsaram pratyakshena. So, Shandilaha, Shandila Muni descendants, people belonging to that sect, this is what they have said. So, they asked, Kam Agnim Chinute. For what purpose do they perform yagna? For what purpose do they worship this Satriya Agni? And the answer is, those who worship this Satriya Agni, they directly attain Samvatsara itself. That means they get all the benefits of, earlier it was stated that those who understand Samvatsara will get established in life. So, that is what they will directly attain, pratyakshena. Kamagninchinute savitramagninchinvanaha amumadityam pratyakshena. Again the same question is asked, why should we worship Agni? So, those who worship Savitra Agni, that is related to sun, Savitru, they amum adityam pratyakshena, they attain Aditya himself directly. Kamagninchinute nachiketa magninchinvanaha pranan pratyakshena. There is another form called Nachiketa Agni. So, those who worship Nachiketa Agni, they attain pranas. Kamagninchinute chaturhotriyam agninchinvanaha brahma pratyakshena. Why should we worship Agni? So those who worship Chaturhotriya Agni, they attain Brahma himself, or they attain Brahma Gnana directly. Kamagninchinuте Vaishvasrujamagninchinvanaha Shariram Pratyakshena. Why should we worship Agni? Vaishvasruja Agni. Those who worship Vaishvasruja Agni, they attain, they get Sharira. That means they get a good healthy body Pratyakshena directly. Kamagninchinute upanuvakyamasu magninchinvanaha iman lokan pratyakshena. So why should we worship Agni? Those who worship the Agni that is described in Upanuvakya, they attain Iman Lokan. So they attain Bhurbhuvasvaha, all these, including Swarga, all these lokas, they attain. Kamagninchinute imamarunaketukamagninchinvana iti ya evaso itascha vyatipati tamiti. So finally, why should we worship Agni? The answer is Arunaketuka Agni, the one that we are describing in Aruna Prashna. Those who worship Arunaketuka Agni, they will attain himself, Arunaketuka himself, Aditya himself, eva asau, and itascha utascha avyatipati, not troubled or shaken, unshaken from this side or that side, from here or there, they attain it. Tam iti, this is how it is. That is the conclusion that those rishis have arrived at. Yognirmithuya Veda Mithunavan Bhavati Apova Agnirmithuyaha Mithunavan Bhavati Ya Evam Veda. So he who knows the Mithuya companions of Agni, Agnehe Mithuyaha Veda, Sa Mithunavan Bhavati. So he will get Mithuna. In other words, he will get Dampatya or marital bliss. He who knows the companion of Agni will get marital bliss. So who is that companion? Apova Agner Mithuyaha. So Apa itself is Agni's companion. And he ya evam Veda, he who knows this will get Mithunavan Bhavati, will get marital bliss. So Apa and Agni are very closely related, like a couple, and we should understand that.